It's almost time for season 32 to start in the NDL. It's Friday. Everyone's excited. Season starting tomorrow. First things first, though, the preseason polls are in. The results are out. So let's take a look. Some things don't change. The top 6 teams, no surprise, the same on both sides. You have the reigning champs, the LSU Tigers, number 1. You've got Mr. Jiggy, number 2. He's played in all 3 championship games this game cycle. You have Shelwood, Oregon, who finished in the Final Four. You've got my ACC commissioner sitting there at number 4 with Bam on both sides. The boy wonder, El Jefe, sitting at 5, or El Jefe, and D. Kane sitting there at 6. All 6 of these coaches in the playoffs going down. 7 and 8, flip-flop from Tennessee and Notre Dame, both in the playoffs. Utah with Marion County in the playoffs. 10, Smitty in the playoffs. Then we start to see some differences. On the coach side, you've got Ohio State at 11, Mizzou at 12, Big Mike at 13, Louisville at 14, OU at 15. On the media side, Missouri at 11, Ohio State at 12, Florida 13, little brother Florida State right behind at 14, Oklahoma at 15. And then looking at the bottom 10 on each, Miami, got FSU there, so I sit at 17 on the coaches poll, 14 on the media poll. Miami 16 and 17 respectively. You've got North Carolina. Like seeing what we have at the ACC. We got a couple of teams ranked. Cincinnati getting in on the media poll. You've got Central Michigan sitting at 22 on both. Washington State 20 and 21. CU, surprise, they're on the coaches poll, but they're not on the media poll. I was surprised by that. I actually thought that they would be higher. I don't remember where I ranked them. I'm going to take a look here in just a sec, but I thought they'd be a little bit higher. USC, happy they got some love. Texanol had a great season, 18 in the coaches poll, 20 on the media poll from last season. But boy, oh boy, let's look at some of the others receiving votes. James Madison, Jason had a great season last season with Utah. Great last season, however you want to word it. Wisconsin, it's kind of surprised that they arguably should have been ranked to end the season last year, and then they just missed out on being ranked. So I was kind of surprised by that. You have Virginia Tech down there, also surprised that they're not ranked. Usually they start out the year ranked. We'll have to see what kind of season he has. One thing I am truly proud of, and I can say, I'm very happy to see this, Texas State. No offense to the Texas State coach, but there's been a lot of accidental, I meant to vote for Texas, but I voted for Texas State. Or in the past, I meant to vote for Oklahoma, but I voted for Oklahoma State. Just the accident. It's right there under. So to see them only get 3, and then Texas to get, the votes that you'd expect them to get. Love it. An improvement. And then Nebraska. Nebraska's sitting down there in the coaches poll, media poll, sitting at 10 points. So we'll see what things look like for the Huskers this season. Always rooting them on from afar. Tulane, nice to see a former team get some love. 2 points in the media poll. Here on the coaches poll, if I can hunt them down, I know they're around here somewhere. They've got to be. Because obviously, if there's 2 points here, then there has to be 2 points here. There we go. Tulane sitting at 39. So if they get off to a good start, hey, they can start making that push too. I'm happy to see that. Let's take a look at the breakdown. So looking at the difference, how far down will I have to go to find myself? I'm always nervous about this because I don't want to be the guy that's super, super off. Oof. 61. That's not good. 61, so 99 points off. You got some that are like way, way off. Yeah, sitting at 61 makes me feel bad. To me, it's always a competition to be higher. But if you look at mine, you could probably understand why I'm not. There's a common theme here. If you look all the way across, one thing you notice, there aren't any at all mid-majors. So reflect a little bit easier on the media poll. By the way, shout out to Tar UNC Heel. 38 as close as you could get. GG's to him. We look at mine. So I end up having one of the worst. I'm 94 points off, but it's because I didn't have any mid majors that played a part in it. You have. I got LSU, got Texas. I rated Clemson at 3, Oregon at 4. Clemson didn't make the Final Four, if I remember correctly, or did he? No, because Vegas did with Tennessee. But I'm very high on Clemson. Bama, great coach, obviously a talented team. Georgia, great coach, talented team. So I matched that correctly. Tennessee as well. I have Mike higher. You see on the actual media poll, he's 13, but I have him 8. It's another season with his team. He's one of the most talented coaches in the league. The SEC is a bloodbath, but that's a whole nother conversation. Got Utah at 9, that matches. Notre Dame I had a little bit lower, but it's because I think highly of Mike. I had CU at 11, so that automatically throws the whole thing off. The CU wasn't ranked at all in the media poll. So that's already points that are gone because that team's not even there. Ole Miss has slightly lower, Ohio State slightly lower, Miami higher, Oklahoma spot on, Mizzou lower, Wisconsin, they weren't in the poll, Penn State higher than what the group has them at 23, Louisville a little bit lower, Michigan not there, Texas Tech a little lower, North Carolina lower, USC, sorry, make say that correctly. I know how that is living, formerly living in SoCal. And then Cincinnati, I have them on there just a spot higher, and then showing Nebraska some love. But I did not have any mid-majors. I think at some point that is definitely something that I wanted to consider. I mentioned it on the Outliers podcast. I have a top 25 of power teams and mid-major teams. So there are teams that are mid-majors that I have ranked super high, like Central Michigan, like San Diego State. And I just am kind of waiting to see how things start to play out before I start putting them into my top 25. Those two teams would have been in had I left those bottom two teams out. That's where I had them. But just for the start of the season, I don't have them in there. We'll see how things unfold. Ready to get started though. I was hoping to get a cup game in. That might not be the case, but we'll be ready for some football action soon. So I'm looking forward to getting going with the Seminoles. Tough first block with Georgia Tech and Boston College, but I'm excited to get started.